Greetings. This is the Verbal Antidote channel with a very important message. The ground forces of the IDF intensifies. There's nothing you could do to Benjamin Nethanyau. Benjamin Nethanyau is untouchable. If Benjamin Nethanyau was Bashir Assad, Saddam Hussein, Muammar Gaddafi, he'd be hung at the stake. All right? So, Benjamin Netanyahu is a Orthodox Jew. He's white, so there's no way they're gonna attack Israel or anything because he is white Jew. Okay? Thank you. Now let's get into this. And no prejudice against Orthodox Jewish religion. Okay? This is intense journalism. Things will be said. There's no prejudice on this side. I'm just stating the truth. You can't overturn the truth. All right? Let's get into it.
Starting today, anyone can monetize with ads. As part of the all-new Beehive ad network, thousands of users. You a live look again out there in northern Gaza. We are following breaking news this morning as we come on the air here at Live Now from Fox. According to our content partners over at Reuters, the Israeli military fired on a car in Rafah, killing the first foreign staff member of the UN during the war on Gaza.
Look,
UN Chief Antonio Guterres has called for a, quote, full investigation.
there's nothing you can do.
Meanwhile, heavy ground fighting has been
They're
ongoing
not gonna do nothing.
to the south and to the north of the Gaza Strip.
Benjamin Nethanyau
that's evident there on your screen with
is untouchable.
the smoke from the missile strike.
He just killed a UN
Hamas
staff
planning
member.
many
All right?
attacks on the invading Israeli troops and armored vehicles. Joining us live this morning to further share the latest on this breaking news situation, Ken Gray, national security expert with the University
There's
of
nothing
Virginia.
gonna be done, okay?
Always a pleasure speaking with you.
Good morning, Janae.
This is a United Nations staff member, right?
Glad to have you. So, learning of this breaking news here on Live Now from Fox from our content partners over at Reuters, they're
Just
saying
look at the mailing column.
firing on a car as the Israel-Hamas war ensues, but killing that first foreign UN staff member. If you could catch us up, please.
Sure. It just goes to prove that there are no safe areas inside a war zone. And so when the Israelis were firing on a car, they did not know who was in the car. And consequently, turns out that in this case, it's a staff member for the UN that was killed in this process. And I'm sure we will hear from the IDF, we'll hear from Prime Minister Netanyahu that,
Yeah, he ain't gonna
that
say
they're
nothing.
sorry that this happened. But just like that
They're
happened
not gonna do nothing.
the aid workers there for the Central World Kitchen, this is a similar type of accident that occurs, which occurs in a war zone. So it's a tragic event, but nonetheless, this is a war full of tragic events.
UN Chief Antonio Guterres saying, quote, a full investigation will ensue because of this. For some, it takes them also not only to what you were mentioning with the aid workers, but that conflict with UNRWA. As that investigation happened, when there were accusations that UNRWA was actually aiding Hamas.
Yes, absolutely. So, yeah, as I say, bad things happen in war zones, and so this is a bad thing that has happened in this war zone as the IDF makes preparations to enter into Rafah. This kind of thing is going to happen if there are people who are in there that they become just as much a target as Hamas members become targets. IDF has already entered into the eastern part of Rafah. They have a presence now at the gate there in Rafah, and that they have further pushed their tanks past Saladuddin Highway into the neighborhoods in Rafah. And so I think we are seeing very early stages of this planned operation in Rafah. But the problem is that there are still a lot of Palestinians there that have not left. Estimates put it between 350,000 to 500,000 Palestinians have left the Rafah area, going to the collection
That's a
zone
lot of
there
people.
in Al Muwasi or elsewhere. But nonetheless, there still remains over 500,000 Palestinians that will
That is
become
a lot of people.
likely casualties of this should fighting erupt at a large scale.
So y'all gonna let Benjamin Nethanyau kill 500,000?
Going in some of the neighborhoods here close to Salahuddin Highway.
Oh, the hell on.
What's your breakdown?
So, United States gonna continue to send weapons, and the UN, they're gonna let Benjamin Netanyahu kill 500,000 people. All right? They're not gonna do nothing. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. So, to the Palestinian nation, this is a genocidal war beyond Hitler proportions. Sooner, there will be 530,000 people slaughtered, massacred, pillaged, ripped to pieces, burned, tortured, blown up, blown apart, kids, babies, whoever the fucking hell else, they will be dead. All right? By Benjamin Netanyahu, the bloodbath massacre president. Excuse my expletive, YouTube, but it's only come out of anger, all right? Excuse me for that. All right, let's keep going.
Further explains what you were saying from the very beginning, that there's little to no refuge for people as they are trying to escape the Israel-Hamas war. I want to ask you, with all of these areas being invaded, as we know, the IDF has been clear from the very beginning, they will not stop until Hamas is defeated. What will that leave? What will the remnants be? Because there was already a humanitarian crisis before October 7th, and now there will be little to no support. And then you think about the conflict with the U.S. What if U.S. pulls back from this full-scale invasion? Just so many unknowns.
There are a lot of unknowns here. One of the big questions in my mind is, what does victory look like? How is the IDF, how is Israel going to know when they have achieved their defeat of Hamas? We still have the hostages that are being held by Hamas. The negotiation talks have broken down yet again. The two sides are still very far apart, and consequently, the likelihood of that happening here with the operation about to go forward there in Rafah is very unlikely. So, what does victory look like, and what will the Gaza Strip look like
I like to
after
say
they
to Hamas,
achieve that victory? One possibility
let me
is
pause.
that there will be a coalition of Arab countries forced.
Let me pause and say, on October 7th, Hamas, by God, you just killed yourself. That's what you did. On October 7th, 2023, it's just a whole lot of Hamas bastards running around. You didn't think before you do. You're on the parachutes, damn motorcycles, dirt bikes, whatever the hell else you're on. I like to say once again to Hamas, by God, you just killed yourself. On October 7th, that's what you did. Forget the allergy, the Allah Akbar, Shalom, and all that. Assalamu alaikum. I already know about the Muslim faith. I already know that. I already studied that. So I already know about everybody in the whole globe. The freaking infidel is they're not a Muslim, That's not true. I already studied it for years and years. I already been over that. So y'all already know about the Muhammedism. I already know about the second book after the Bible that we call the Quran. I know it's 2 Qurans, one with a K, one with a Q. I already know all that. All the books coming from Mali, Timbuktu. I already know about that situation actually from Western Africa. Y'all took y'all and carried all the way to Saudi Arabia. I already know all about that. So everybody in the world is not going to be freaking infidels, all right? You need to wake up and study some more. It's 2024. Wake up to the world. It's not all about killing them, all right? So you're just going to kill the whole world. It's going to be you in the world by yourself just because nobody worship the Muslim faith. No. It's just a religion. It's part of the 3 schools of religion. So, wake up. Stop killing each other. Stop turning against the whole world. You're ignorant. Whatever you're studying is like a cult, all right? Step into 2024. You can't blow up the whole global earth. There's nobody going to be walking around but Hamas and Hezbollah. So you're going to be like Mad Max on Thunderdome, the movie from America. That's what you want to be, huh? You just want to be walking around in a field with skulls, flesh, and you think you can have 12 virgins when you go to heaven. Nope. You kill somebody, they're going to be dead in the field, rotting. Just wake up and smell the coffee. I already know about that. Has anybody come back from heaven and told you there was virgins waiting on you? Wake the hell up